Understanding your audience just means that before you host an event, you want to understand your audience so that you are presenting the right information to them, right? It could be event planners and managers. And although may be some information that might be the same, if they're not doing the same thing or if they're different, they hold different titles, the information that you're sharing could potentially be different. So you always want to make sure who your audience is and understand the content that you'll be sharing with them. Also goes back to what you want to be talking about, right? So you want to decide on, do I want to do a training? Do I want to host a workshop? Is this something that is conference material that I want to share? It depends on your content. The content will help you decide on what type of event you're wanting to do. Because if you want to train people, you obviously want to have a workshop or a training. If it's a conference and you're just wanting to provide information, it might be good to just do a conference. But again, it goes back to the content and whatever it is that you're looking to share with your audience in helping to decide on the type of event that you're looking to host. I would suggest that whatever you're most familiar with, I know for myself, I'm most familiar with Zoom. So I would prefer Zoom. There are other platforms that I have been, that I've used, not necessarily hosted from, but I have used them. But you always want to make sure it's something that if it is new to you, that you have someone that can help you on the back end, that if you're not as technically savvy, they can host and assist host it for you and assist you with your event. I suggest that as the host, it's always good to maybe have a speaker or a panel, right, of other speakers. As the host, it's sometimes hard to just do everything, right? So it's always good to have a staff or a couple of assistants to help, right? One thing as the host is that it's most important that you prepare and that you're hosting, you're playing your position, right, which is the host, and allow other people to come in and speak. You have coaches that you can invite, speakers, panelists, things of that nature. As the host, that's all you really want to be is to host and allow other people to maybe share content for you. We all have social media, right? And for those of us that use it, we might just use it for our personal, but our personal is excellent to use. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. So first of all, start with your social media. There's also text marketing is really big these days, as well as email marketing. So once you generate leads, you take those leads and you use those to your advantage to send out emails and text messages, and then also spread the word on your social media. You can't get any better than that, especially when you've got a large presence in social media. The location is also good. Again, if it's a small meeting, if it's something about maybe 5, 10 people, you don't necessarily need to go out and spend money on a meeting room or a conference room. You can just stay at home if you have a nice home office. Otherwise, if you're doing something that's virtual, you might just want to get out of the office and maybe rent a meeting space that's not real big, but enough to where you can have a couple of people there to assist you, as well as something that may be hybrid. Hybrid, you could actually have your virtual, which is a platform using Zoom or AirMeet or GoToWebinar, as well as somewhere where you actually have a space that you rented where you can actually have those people that want to be in person there. So it could be anywhere, conference room, in-home office, I don't know, meeting space, wherever it is more comfortable.
All right, and choose a date. And as far as choosing a date and time, what should I do about that?
Date and time is always important because you want to make sure that it is a day where people aren't as busy. And you also want to take into consideration time, especially when you're doing virtual, because your audience is very broad. People are calling or logging in from all over the world. So it's important that you are conscious of time zones. Reach out to us on Instagram at VRTLVSNS and then our website at www.vves.org.